in return for food. The group take a break, but Terry has lunch to serve. Brian has some serving skills to show him.
But the secret is you gotta hold the side, the whole length of your arm like that. So you lift up the slice, put in your hand, and you say bon appetit. Such incredible service. Thank you. Where would you get it?
If this doesn't work out, you can always get a job as a waiter.
Bless it there now. That's great.
While the group enjoy their lunch, Jerry takes Terry aside for a chat.
Well, I tell you what, you can make a good sandwich.
Thanks. Yeah.
But you found the old bag heavy this morning.
Yeah, it was very heavy, yeah. But you never just disperse the bag, no?
No. I don't think you grasp this, but it's the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes. You have to get that into your head, you know, that, like, if we were leaving at 10 o'clock this morning, it's no use you appearing at 5 to 10. You should be down at 5 to 8. You're not on holidays here. You're working here, you know? So you got to think of other people, never yourself.
The ferry departs Cleggan at 3 p.m. sharp. Terry ups his game to ensure that the group sets sail on time. On schedule, Terry offers the group a little onboard refreshment.
The sun is shining, the skies are blue, the tarmac is melting, and we're on the way to Inishbofin. We're on the way to the island.
This is the island of Inishark, and it was populated up until the 1960s. There was a bad drowning in 1949. 3 young men were drowned from the island. And apparently the father used to walk the island every day, hoping that the bodies would be washed up. And apparently it came to him in a dream one night. The sons reappeared in the dream. And the next day he was quite happy to leave the island. And he left, and it's been deserted ever since.
The group land on the island, and as the ferry departs, Jerry chats to Terry about how he is getting on.
So far, so good. You've got a feel for what we do here. I think you realise that, you know, knowledge is the key to everything, because otherwise than that, you're just going for a walk. So that said, your challenge is on Friday to lead the walk. There's your research.
There's my research.
That's all about Clare Island. So Friday, when we hit Clare Island, I'm taking a back seat and you're taking over. You up to it?
I am, yeah.
Okay. We go with it.
As evening falls on Inishbofin, Terry takes some time out to study for his challenge.
I think he's in a bit of shock, actually. Up until now, he's been taking it a little easy. He's too casual. He should be peppering me with questions. How do you do this? What do you do this? Can I do this? Can I do that? How do you do that? And there's a lot of information to pick up, a lot more than he thinks it is. And I think when he gets into that book, he's going to be worried tomorrow.
It's day 3, and the group prepare to leave for their walk on Inishbofin.
OK, folks, we'll start our day's walk, head for the west end of the island.
The group head to the West Quarter Beach, and Terry begins to quiz Jerry.
Clare Island would have much the same terrain as this, is it?
No, Clare Island is much easier. But generally here, the walking is pretty OK.
I did feel like a tourist at the start initially, but then Jerry pulled me aside and says, look, this isn't your holiday, you're working here, so it's not all champagne and skittles for you, you know. Jerry's a great man to have around and learn from. Particularly, he's like a walking encyclopedia.
Connemara's have a very fine head on them. The attackers would have to attack uphill. Because they were co-religionists, they would have been all sort of Catholics. You're on a path all the way, sling stones and arrows. You can see the remains of the walls and javelins and spears. It was the last line of defence for the islanders. Now, do you want to walk around the fort here? Okay. Celtic society was a very violent society.
The group leave Inishbofin for Inishturk. As the boat arrives at Inishturk at the end of the day, Terry's work has only just begun.
He's beginning to realise that it's not his holiday, which is a good thing, and to interact with the people and look after them before he looks after himself. More spuds, they love the spuds. So tomorrow, Terry is going to be co-guiding one of the walks. You ready for that?
I am, yeah.
And if you're as good a guide as you are a waiter, you'll be all right. Well, when we finish dinner here, we're going down to the pub. He's going to entertain us there because he apparently plays the guitar. And he wants to do walks related to music. So now's his chance to try himself out in a live audience. Looking forward to that, see what he's made of.
This is a very popular song and a lot of ballads throughout Ireland. And to help me and accompany me, the wonderful Brian is going to play guitar.
I've been the wild rover for many a year. I spent all my money on whiskey and beer, and it's no, they never no more will I play the wild rover. No, never no more.
It's day 4 and there is just one day to go before Terry takes over the tour entirely. So today, Jerry is giving him a trial run.
And then we'll loop around and we'll end up back down at the harbour about 2 o'clock.
Jerry wants to see if he can lead the group well and explain to them some of the history of the island.
Just to talk a bit about the island. We're standing on the western end of Inish Turk now. The population then sort of up until before the famine in the 1860s, the population of the island was up around the mark of 600 people. From there, they kind of set the first community here. From that, the farmlands and the whole development of the islands came. And
After a bad start for Terry, Jerry takes control and moves the group on. Jerry gives him some advice on his presentation.
Try and relax a bit more when you're talking to them. Slow up, think first about what you're going to say, and then say it. Terry will tell you all about this now.
Explain it, sir. The west of Ireland was always an Achilles ankle in the British Empire. And during the Napoleonic Wars, Napoleon, they really thought he was going to attack England through our ways. Then using, obviously, the support of the Irish dysenteries that were expelled.
Terry is nervous and his trial has gone very badly. However, Jerry gives his apprentice another chance.
This here now is another example of a Neolithic, early Bronze Age kind of settlement. So it's all just more of the early Bronze Age. Oh, what are they calling it?
Finally, Jerry takes over.
You see this semicircular mound here that I'm standing on? It's going round, it's horseshoe-shaped, and it's the site of an old Fulach Fia. And Fulach Fia means...
After Terry's unimpressive tour attempt, Jerry and Brian take him aside for a few words.
Do you think now, after these last few days, that next week you could do the island safari by yourself at this stage?
I could bring the group all right, but I definitely have to read up a bit more about the islands. You know.
Well, for us, it's a very serious business. And I don't know how Jerry feels, but I wouldn't feel confident at this stage that I could let you out with one of my tours or one of Jerry's tours on your own and be completely confident that you'd deliver the goods and give them a good holiday, in my view now. And, you know, it is a business, and from a business perspective, I don't think you're ready yet for it. I would be very concerned about your hospitality skills. In my view, you didn't make a huge effort with interacting with the group and making sure they're all right and completely happy. And
that's fair enough coming from you, Brian. You're working in the hotel industry all your life. No, I'm getting what you're saying. I'm getting what you're saying. But if this is my tour, I will be doing those things. I am not Connemara tours. But if they came on my tours, then I'd be entirely over-hospitable to people and I'd make sure that everybody was fine. And, you know, I sat back a bit on the